What's up, Domino community? I'm Lily Hevesh from Hevesh5, and today I'll be teaching you how to build Woody's badge from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story. Now for this project, I'll be using 50 dominoes, as well as this awesome clear field starter. Step 1, take a domino and place it in front of you, and this is going to be the top of the star. Now I'm going to take 2 more dominoes and put them together and put it exactly halfway between that first domino. And the spacing between each row should be about 1 centimeter. So just make sure it all looks even, and then you have a perfect split. And then we're going to repeat that row. So take 2 dominoes, put them together, and place it 1 centimeter from the previous row. And for the row after that, we're going to use 3 dominoes. So put 3 dominoes together like this, and you can slowly move it in until it's aligned halfway with the previous row. And again, we're gonna repeat that last layer one more time. So as you're making this build, just check to see where dominoes are aligned, whether it's along the same row and it's fully aligned like these 3 dominoes, or if it's offset halfway. For example, this 2 to 3 is offset and this 1 to 2 is offset. For step 3, we're gonna make a row of 9 dominoes, and this row is aligned with the previous one. So I'm gonna make sure everything is in line with each other, and then there's just 3 extended on either side. And if you want to be really precise with each row, you can use a straight edge or even the structure template and slowly move it in so it straightens the row. Just make sure that you're maintaining the 1 centimeter distance between each row. The next row has 7 dominoes, and it's also aligned with the previous row. Now one tip when you're building rows that are really long, if you have a straight edge or the structure template, you can build it over here away from your project so it doesn't knock down by accident. And from here, we can take our straight edge and very carefully move it into place by holding the 2 edges very lightly. For step 4, we're going to set up a row of 5 dominoes and then 6 dominoes. This row of 5 is going to be aligned, so I'm going to match it up with the previous row, making sure the distance between every domino is about the same. And the next row has 6. Now this row is not aligned, so I'll just make sure that it's halfway between the previous row. Now for step 5, we can make the bottom half of the star. So I'm going to place 3 dominoes on the right side, and this will be offset halfway, so it's going to be around here. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side, and then we can slowly move the template in and move over the lines as needed to make sure that it's halfway. So over here, you'll see that there's 1 domino gap, and the dominoes on the left and right side are all level and even. And then we'll set up 2 dominoes on either side of the star. So this is also going to be halfway with the previous row. And now I can move my straight edge in and then shift them over to make sure that it's exactly halfway. And the final row just uses 1 domino. So I'm just going to really carefully place it right here. This is also halfway, and I can move it in with the structure template, make sure it's all aligned. And there we have the star. But in order to topple this, we need to add a field starter, because when this topples from the top, technically these dominoes aren't attached to it. So by using a clear field starter, we can insert it in between the row of 3 and 9 so that it pushes the whole row back. So I'm just very carefully going to take the clear field starter and put it right in between, go really slowly, and make sure it's in the middle. And now we have a longer domino to trigger all of the rows. And just for fun, I'm gonna add a starting domino. So I'm gonna use my new metallic domino of Pixar's Woody from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story. And just set it up right in the front. This is a great way to sort of start the whole piece, but that's totally optional. If you want, you can just start it as is and knock it down from the top. 3, 2, 1, go! Nice! And that is how to build Woody's badge from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story. I'm Hevesh5, and keep on building.